All right, Guinea, let's get it. Let's just, all right, y'all. All right, just a little Sierra, Chris Brown for your listening pleasure. Get into it. Get into it. All right, here we go. All right, all right, all right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just to, I know the audio wasn't clear on YouTube. For some reason, my audio don't come through on YouTube when I'm playing my song just to get me hyped. But now you should be able to hear me. I want to make sure. Yeah, it's perfect now. I know. But anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your host, your humble host, Coach Ken, aka the Professor, aka the Doctor. And I often say people don't come to me when they don't come to me. I call myself a doctor, not because I have a PhD, not because I have a MD, but people come to me when they're in pain, and I help get them out of pain. Period. So I'm the doctor. I diagnose, and then I prescribe a treatment, a protocol, so that you are no longer in the situation. All right, y'all. All right, so tonight, look, invite your friends, anybody you know. Because here's the night, I'm gonna give y'all a strategy, a communication strategy, because you all know, if you've been listening to me at any point, what's up, Adam? Good to see you, man. I know you're gonna dog me, but I'm glad to see you. All right, my guy Adam. Now look, we're gonna talk about tonight. How do you communicate when someone is angry? When the other person is angry, how do you handle that? How do you respond? Because I taught this to one of my clients yesterday, and the results were amazing. So I thought I would teach it to you. Because how many times have you communicated with somebody who was angry and it made you angry? They triggered you. They were triggered. You got triggered. Their energy was way up here, and you matched their energy. Okay. So all I can say is yes, I'm going to teach you. And I'm going to tell you before we get started, because I'm going to ask you where you're from. I'm going to say something that I hope will make you tune in. The dumbest statement that people make, the dumbest, is I match energy. When a person says, I'm going to match your energy, that is the dumbest thing you could ever do. And I'm going to explain it to you tonight. Why? So, first of all, I want to know where you're checking in from, where you are checking in from. Tell me your name, and where you're checking in from so I can properly acknowledge you because you could be anywhere in the country. Adam, I didn't know you was from Texas, Adam. What part? What part of Texas are you from, my friend? What part? All right, Judy from Palm Springs in the building. All right. Somebody said they're new here. Tell me where you're from. Charlotte. Natalie from Charlotte. Okay, I like Dallas, Adam. I like that. Mina from South Korea in the building. Olivia from Houston, Texas. All right, Jasmine from Florida in the building. Bridget from Chicago. What was that? Tina from Burleson, North Carolina, right up the street from me. Kenneth from Houston, Texas, in the building. Glad to have you. All right. We got Katie from Oklahoma, baby. Oklahoma in the building. We got Nina from California. We got Lynn from South Carolina in the LaDonna from Southfield, Michigan in the building. Who else we got? We got Star from London. Thank you, Star, for joining me. We have Britisa from Mobile, Alabama in the building. Nate from Columbus, Ohio. Anna from Houston, Texas. We've got Monique. I don't know where Monique's from, but we got her. Kareem, one of my great students. Hey, Kira. Hey, and also, let's see, Nancy in the building. All right, where Nancy from? Mississippi. All right, y'all. Thank you all for joining me. Then I let it change my demeanor. So Jules says, I'm learning not to let it change my demeanor. So we got Marcia from the Trinidad. All right, from Trinidad. Thank you so much. All right. I am Coach Ken. I am a relationship coach and communications expert. If this is your first time watching me, I specialize in two things. I specialize in putting relationships together and keeping them together. And how do I do that? I do that by helping them master communication. When is the show coming back? Unfaithful? Show coming back soon. It's coming back soon. Stay tuned. Show coming back real soon. And yours truly will be on the show. You will see yours truly. All right. So tonight, I want it coming on a little later than it did before, but what we're going to talk about, y'all know that I believe that everyone should level up. I don't believe that we should dog men. I don't believe we should dog women. I believe that there are good men out there, and there are good women out there. But I also believe that to make a good relationship, there are skills you need, tools you need. And I believe that, and I've been so successful, super duper successful in putting relationships together. Now, I don't do what I do for you to agree with me. There are a lot of people who don't agree with me. On all my platforms, I have roughly 1.23 million followers. And every time I put up 2-3 videos every single day, and there is somebody out there who doesn't agree with me. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because disagreement leads to dialogue. And so why am I saying that? I lean into that because some of the things people say could make me angry, but they don't make me angry. They don't make me angry because I understand how to handle anger and communication. And so let's talk about one of my clients. So one of my clients came to me and she explained to me, she began telling me about an encounter that she had with her partner. And she said that it got heated. As she put it, it got real heated. And she said there was nothing that they could get across, nothing discussed. There was no resolution, any of that. And so what I'm saying is, oh, that's cool, Adam. I didn't know you agreed with me. All right, man. 90%, 95% of the time, I can take that. That's a good number. Appreciate you. And so I gave her a strategy to how do you communicate with somebody when they're angry? And so for those of you who watch me, you know if you've ever used my techniques, they work. They work 90% of the time. And when they don't work, it's because you probably didn't do it correctly. It's because there are other factors involved. So tonight, I wanted to give y'all a practical tip. Now listen, if anybody here, y'all know this month, it was last month that I was doing free 30-minute sessions. All right. We are going to continue those this month because you know what I found out? I found out there are a lot of people out there that need my help. There are a lot of people out there that need the help of my lead coach, Coach Rose, because she's helping me meet with people. And I'm realizing, y'all, a lot of y'all live in silence. Thank you, Sierra. Oh, I appreciate you. I love your content. You are the best. You are the best. Oh, Sierra, let's talk about, I'm going to reach out to you because I have a guest coach to come into my academy once every month, one guest coach that does 4 weeks. I want you to come to my academy in the next either March or April to teach on manifestation. All right, let's reach out. Can you send me your information via TikTok and then we'll talk, okay? All right, so what we're talking about is, for those of you, I'm booking those free sessions again, okay? Because I realize I can help so many people. And on this 30-minute call, I am helping change people's lives. And so if you want to book a call with me, and you say, Coach, help me through this. I don't communicate good. The relationship's not good. Or you might say, Coach, I want a relationship. Or you might say, Coach, I don't get along with my siblings. It's not just romantic relationships that I help people with. It is all types of relationships. Every relationship, a work relationship, mother relationship, father. I got mommy issues. I got daddy issues. I feel like they don't love me, and I don't know how to navigate this. Reach out to me. Infidelity issues. I just finished a book, an ebook. I finished 2 ebooks, and the book that I just finished. I'm on a show called Unfaithful Canion. And the truth is, y'all, people don't understand cheating. People just know they either take sides as good or bad. But I wrote a book called The Cheat Code: How to Overcome, how to Identify and Overcome Infidelity. How do you heal from it? And so that book will be out next week. It is amazing. I took my time and I made sure that I answered all of the questions that people had. And I answered, what do you do if somebody cheated on you? What do you do if you're the one that cheated? How do you rebuild it? What do you do? What should you rebuild it? I wrote the book. So, and it's amazing. I spent time on it, y'all. And it's an audio book too. So you get both of them together. All right. But I'm not here to talk about that right now. I'm going to talk about that next week when it gets out. All right. So let's do this. So what I told my client, she was angry. And I told her how to handle when her partner was angry. All right. When her partner was angry. So I gave her this protocol, this framework, this strategy to do. She called me back today and she said, Coach, I literally didn't realize how good you were. I literally didn't realize it. And so what I said was, you didn't? You've been with me 6 months. How is it that you didn't know? So anyway, I digress. I'm gonna give you the strategy tonight. Go get a pen, go get a pencil and a pad. Go get a pencil and a pad. Don't ever come to my class without something to write with, because I am always going to teach you something. All right? Then that's fair. I'm always going to teach you something. Okay. So here we go. So the first thing I want you to understand, all of us get triggered. All of us get triggered at some point or another. Somebody is going to make you angry. What up, Stevie? Somebody is going to make you angry. Now, and if you live long enough, you're going to make someone else angry. And sometimes when you make someone else angry, you're trying to communicate with them, you're trying to get your point across, but it's not working because they mad. They're big mad. And when someone is mad many times, they don't want to hear what you have to say. Now, I'm not talking about when you mad. I'm not talking about when you trigger. Tonight is all about, I'm going to do another video on how do you communicate when you're mad. But tonight, I want to communicate, how do you communicate when the other person is angry? Okay? When the other person is angry and you want to communicate with them. So here we go. The first thing, and I'm going to break it down. The first thing that I told my client to do, I said, the first thing I want you to do is be silent for 10 to 20 seconds. When the other person is angry, don't try to, you know how a lot of times when the other person is angry, you're trying to prove your point, you're trying to make the point, you're trying to do all this. The first thing you do is get quiet for 10 to 20 seconds. Now you say, Ken, why is it 10 to 20 seconds? I'm glad you asked me. Because what happens to the conscious mind, if I don't get angry, right? If I don't get angry and I get quiet, their mind, they're looking at me, even if I'm on the phone. I'm not talking about if you're writing this. I'm talking about if you're on the phone, FaceTime, in person. This is how you handle it. And so you get quiet because the other person, what you're doing a strategy called blending. Because what happens most times is when somebody gets mad at you, when they get angry with you, and you feel attacked, because many of us feel attacked, don't we? What is it you do? They say that you attack back. You either try to defend yourself, you try to justify what you're doing, whatever it is you do it within 5 seconds. Within 5 seconds. Okay. And so now the communication can't continue. So what I tell people is be quiet. Be quiet. Silence is super duper powerful. Even if you want to say something, even if you want to defend yourself, even if you want to defend yourself, don't do it. Fight the urge. Because remember, I'm about to show you why in a second. 10 to 20 seconds, you don't say one word. You simply look at the person and you listen. You simply allow them to release the anger. Let me tell y'all something. One of the worst things people can do, see, because most of us, I can give you the strategy. But what's going to happen is most of you are not going to listen to it because you've never been trained how to do it. And when you get angry, you want to fight back. So here's the reality. The reality is many of us want to match energy. You want to match energy. The reason why I say matching energy is one of the dumbest things you could ever do. Ever. And most all of us do it. What do you say? You say, okay, I'm gonna match that energy. I'm gonna match that energy. I'm gonna match their energy. I'm gonna see. Here's why this is done. Here's why this is done. Because whenever you match someone's energy, you get more of that energy. For instance, they're angry. You match it with anger. And then both of you get angrier. Both of you get angrier. Y'all, and then what happens? Then you cannot resolve it because what you want is your energy to consume their energy. Y'all, how many times do we see young boys or young people on the streets now matching energy? And every time you match energy until someone gets killed, right? Because what people want, and you don't know this, what you want is once you're matching energy, you want your energy to consume their energy. And sometimes consuming their energy means I'm going to kill you. Sometimes consuming their energy means I'm going to do something that I will regret later. So pausing for 10 to 20 seconds allows your conscious mind, the time it needs to interrupt the pattern. Anger is a pattern, y'all. When you get mad, whatever you do is a pattern. That's what you do. Whether you explode, whether you curse, whether you do whatever the hell you do, whether you walk away, whatever it is you do, it's a pattern. The 20 seconds gives your conscious mind the consciousness to interrupt the pattern with what I'm about to tell you next. Ooh, coach, you're a bad boy. Okay, so all right. So this is what I want you to do. Somebody says, Valerie says, I actually can't match it, coach. I actually turn opposite and don't speak. That's okay. But after you do what you're doing, now I want you to speak. So the second thing, after the person is angry, the second thing you do is you consciously lower your voice. Notice what I said, consciously lower it. Lower it lower than you normally would do. Now, their voice may be all the way up here, okay? You lower your voice, and the first thing you say is, I see that you're angry. I see that you're upset. I understand that you're upset. Notice what I just did. I lowered my voice because lowering your voice, what that does is It diffuses energy. You see, I'm not trying to match energy. I'm attempting to diffuse the energy. So when you lower your voice and you the second thing you say is, I see that you're mad. I see that you're angry. I see that you're frustrated. I understand that you're frustrated. Notice what I did. The second thing is I validate their emotion. I validate their emotion. I never said that I agreed with it. Notice what I just said. I never said that I agreed with it. I simply validated that they felt it. Woo! It is so powerful. Because how many times, y'all, how many times have you been in an argument with somebody, but they never validated your feelings? They never said that your feelings were valid. And the more that they did not validate your feelings, the madder you got. The more you angry, the more frustrated you got. Because because that right there, everybody wants to validate what they feel. Okay? Everybody, every human being. Because y'all, we can dissolve so many angry situations when you simply validate the person. I understand that you feel angry. I see that you're upset. Okay? Now watch this. Step three. Step three. You tell them you tell them what your intention was. My intention was not to make you angry. My intention was just to share with you my point of view. My intention was not to create strife. My intent, you tell the person what your intention was, or you tell them what it wasn't. Y'all, this is so powerful. This is what I told my client yesterday. This is what I told my client. And so my client did this, and she said this was the most brilliant strategy that you have. It ain't the most brilliant one I've ever given, because I done gave some brilliant ass strategy. This the one that worked for her at the moment. All right. And so when I tell the person that my intention was not to do this, or my intention was to create an environment where we both communicate. It maybe didn't come out that way, but that was my intention. You don't have to agree with them. What I'm simply saying is you communicate effectively. Your job, listen up, let me listen to me carefully. Your job, y'all, is not to make a person feel a certain way. That's why a lot of you don't communicate, because you think, how are they going to feel? Your job is to communicate effectively. And if you don't know how to communicate effectively, I'm going to let you book a call with me. I'm going to let you book a call with me because, y'all, that's what this is all about. And then after you communicate, after you tell the person what your intention was, what you say my intention was, you ask, by the time you said that was not my intention. My intention was to do this. My intention was not to do that. And then the last step of it is you ask them a question. Here's the question. You ask them, what can I do? What can I do to make you feel different? What can we do to resolve this situation? What can we discuss that changes the trajectory of our communication? The last thing you do is you ask them a question based on the solution. What can we do to solve this? How can we begin communicating in a way that it doesn't become fiery, toxic? What is it that I can do to change the way you feel about this scenario? What is it that I can do? All right. Notice that what I just said. Then you ask them a question based around the solution. Thank you, Sierra. Sierra said that's a game changer. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. You see, a lot of times in relationships, the reason relationships don't work a lot of times, it's because we don't have the tools. We're not equipped. We're not equipped. Some of the things that go on in relationships, y'all, we could solve, if we were equipped, we could solve it in 10 seconds. We could solve it in 1 minute. But the problem is because many of you do not want to solve it because you want to go back to doing what you've always done. What you've always done is reacted to something and you haven't responded to it. You see, reacting to something is an emotional response, a visceral emotional response to something that triggered you. But response to something, think about this. When you respond, responsibility simply means the ability to respond. You have the ability to respond. Many of us don't have the ability to respond because you don't have the knowledge to respond. And so, and so what I want y'all to understand is for those of you who want to learn relationship tech, you want to learn strategies, you want to be better, you want to learn how to communicate, you want to be better in your relationship, or you just want to have a relationship, be it with your mother, be it with your brother, your sister, be it with whoever, or romantic, be it at work. Y'all, either way, here's what I want you to do. Either one of y'all, you can book a session with me and a free session. I'm still doing this month. And with not just me, that might be with my lead coach, Coach Rose, because I can't do them all. She's helping me, but she's so good. She's good just like me because I taught her. And what I'm saying is, for those of you who want a session, all you got to do is email me at Coach Ken, Ken, Canion, Canion at gmail.com. Coach Ken Canion at gmail, and simply say, hey, coach, I want a 30-minute session, and then I'm gonna call my team, we'll hit you back and they'll ask you a couple questions. And what we'll do is we'll set the time up. You will get me, most of you will get me. Some of you might get my lead coach, Coach Rose. All men will get me. Men will get me. And so this is how we're doing it. And if you're interested in changing, y'all listen, don't set up a session if you just want to talk. And I will, if you just want to talk, I will listen to you though for about 10 minutes. But if you really want to solve your situation, if you really want to be better, then set the appointment. Set it up. CoachKenCanyon at gmail.com, y'all. I just want to come on, give y'all a testimonial, tell y'all what good happened, something good happened to one of my clients. I always love it when something good happens. I always love it when something good happens. And so I just wanted to tell y'all that. All right. That is my time. All right. I'm out until what's the day? The day Tuesday till Thursday. Peace.